Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. Tactical Nut here, and today we're going to be talking about the USGI Universal Drop Leg Holster. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so let's kind of talk about this for a second. I wanted to show you to start with how this connects to a belt. Now this is not a tactical belt, it's just a typical leather belt. But it does still going to show you kind of how you're going to use it. When you're going to put it on over your belt, it literally just velcros and slides up under like this. Velcros down very securely. It does attach to the leg really well, so if you were running, it's not coming loose, it's not going to jiggle out. It does have a couple of different retention straps on it, which I'll show you in more detail in just a second. And no, normally if I was going hiking or taking a shooting class or something like that, I'm not going to be wearing shorts, but it is kind of hot today, so but at least you can get an idea of what it looks like from each angle, right? And so now let me sit down, bring you in a little bit closer, and we'll talk more about it and show you the capabilities of this holster and why it may be good for you. All right, so let's just go ahead and dive on in here. As you can see here, I do have two different firearms here to show you the capabilities of this holster system. This right here is a Springfield XD Tactical, so it has a 5-inch barrel. This right here is my Smith & Wesson Sigma 9mm, has a 4-inch barrel. It will fit both of those, and it does it very easily. As you can see right here, now this is a flashbang pouch, I believe. Yes, but if you were to have a single mag pouch, or you could even probably put two of them on there, as you can see, it would really easily just attach here to the front, so that way you always have a spare mag close by. But what I wanted to show you kind of is the different ways that this can be carried and why I like this holster system so much. First off, right here, as you can see, this goes over your grip, right? So that way it helps keep that in. But then you also have a snap retention right here that, I mean, if you're just pushing down on with your thumb, it's gonna take that right loose. Now, this is, like I said before, a 5-inch barrel on this one. If you wanted to put in a smaller firearm, it can be easily done. You're just gonna unstrap this, right? Let me take out the Springfield. Oops, sorry. Wow. Good thing I unloaded them, huh? Now, this retention strap is just going to be adjusted simply by pulling on that strap. But this one, right here for the snap retention, you can lower it just by pulling down this way. Then, of course, it's going to fold over. Oops, went down just a little bit too far. So it's going to fold over. It's snapping there right there. So that way you have, then you've got this, which will Velcro back down and Velcro back over. And that way, as you can see here now, you have a 4-inch gun or a 5-inch gun that will easily fit quickly into whatever, you know, this holster system. Now, if you're out in the field, if you're taking a firearms training class, or you're a soldier, law enforcement, stuff like that, you're just going to have one size weapon, and you're going to keep that in there all day. You're not going to be switching out guns. But if you're the type of person that likes to have one holster system for multiple firearms, this is a almost ideal way to go for those that like I said, if you're taking a firearms training class, or if you're hiking and backpacking. Because one of the things that I've found when I'm out hiking and I'm carrying a gun on my hip, a lot of times the waistband of the pack that I'm carrying is just pushing down on the holster or the gun, and it's just digging into my hip. So having this system drops it down to my thigh, and so that way it keeps the waist strap from digging into my hip and making the gun dig into my hip, and it gives me a little quicker access to the firearm as well. Now, I have taken this out hiking. I did about 7 miles with it, had no issues with it whatsoever. It did not chafe my leg, it did not irritate it or anything like that, did not come loose. I mean, it was perfectly comfortable. Now, of course, I was wearing long pants, so that's going to have a little bit to do with it. But one of the things that I think is important and just really cool about this system is that when you're wanting to hang it from your belt, you're going to take this and run it through your belt. If you don't want to run it as a drop leg holster, you take this off and then you can run this part through your belt. And so that way you have it just attached to the belt and it's a little bit higher up on your waist and not on your leg. And then your third option, which is what I still think to be why this is so cool, is you can just take this whole thing off and then you can use this Molle attachments to strap it to a vest, to drop it to a, you know, attach it to a leg panel or some other type of a waist belt of a pack that you have. Now this is, hopefully you can see here, made by Eagle Industries. Now Eagle Industries makes some really high quality gear. This is 1,000 denier nylon, so you can expect years of durability. And like I said, it's quick and easy to adjust because you just have these Velcro straps right here. It keeps it very securely. And one of the things that's also really good about this, as you'll see once I take this out, is it has this track right here that you can use to run your front sight down to help protect that sight. Now, if you have an optic on it, this is not going to work. So if you're running a red dot or something like that on your pistol, this is not going to be good for that. But as you can see here, when you run it down, it's just going to go right down there and cradle the sight and the firearm, and it's going to be about as secure as you can get. Now, a couple of things that you can do if you feel like that you want to have really quick access to the gun if you need it for whatever reason. One of the things that you can do is just, and kind of what I would do, would just be take this off, let it hang. That way you can just use your thumb as you're reaching for the firearm and pull it out, because you're going to disengage that snap. If you know you're just going to be going a long distance, or you're going to be on the ground, you're going to be rolling, stuff like that, you can simply reattach the buckle, and that way you know there's absolutely no way this firearm is coming out of its holster. The leg strap is really wide. It's really thick, durable nylon. I did put a little Ranger band on here because I do have some skinny legs, and so I gotta be able to keep the extra strapping from flopping around. But you know, great durable, easy release buckets or buckles, and just I mean, I'm telling you, there's so many. One holster and 3 different ways of carrying it around, to me, is just ideal. Because this way, I mean, everybody knows holster, if you're into firearms at all, holsters can be really expensive, and to have one that can fit 3 different functions and several different types of firearms, I mean, to me, that is a huge advantage, because it'll definitely keep your costs down. Now, like I said, this is bulky. Obviously, this is outside the waistband only. This would be great for any kind of duty weapon, or even, well, I haven't seen paintball guns like as pistols, but they might, or airsoft might be good for that. But yeah, a lot of options, a lot of rugged, you know, durability here. I mean, 1,000 denier nylon. I mean, I have several things made out of that, and I mean, there's times where after a couple of years, I mean, like I got the Maxpedition wallet. I mean, this thing is 3 years old, and the only issues it has is lint building up, and that's in my pocket, and I'm sitting on it every day. I have packs that are 720 denier nylon that are still just as good as the day I bought them. So really high quality, lots of versatility, and highly recommended, guys. These things are just awesome. Now, I got this from Jasmine's military shop. She believes she has a bunch of these, so I definitely highly recommend them. It's going to be way cheaper than buying other holster systems, especially with the fact that you get 3 of them. So like I said, if you're hunting, backpacking, just out on a day hike, something like that, or taking a firearms training class, this could be an excellent way to go. Definitely check her out. I'll put the links down below. Yeah, hopefully this will help you in finding a new holster system for you. And in the meantime, be prepared and have fun.